Hey, how you guys doing today? This is Jerry over at Wealth Dynamics coming at you live post-gym. Did some cardio today. Didn't want to, did it anyways, just like everything I do. But I want to talk to you today about where do emotions come into play in business. Now, I own a company called Wealth Dynamics. We help people become millionaires so that they can achieve their purpose, wealth, and freedom. And emotions are something we all deal with. Now, I had a guy actually come into my office yesterday, and he was a little upset, to be honest with you. He's kind of upset because in our coaching sessions, we help people turn everything into numbers. We're like, hey, if you want to do this, these are your numbers. Go do your numbers and you'll win. If you don't do your numbers, you're not going to win, and you're going to come back angry with excuses because the plan didn't work. So this guy did that, and then he came back and he's like, man, you know, you guys don't believe in emotions, and I'm a spiritual being, and you've got to have emotions, and emotions are so important. So I figured today I wanted to share a video about how emotions and when emotions come into play during business. Okay, so the short answer is this: emotions come into play in business really whenever you want them to. Like, it's up to you when you have emotions. See, now there's two ways to go about this. You can operate in control of your emotions, or you can operate as a stimulus response mechanism, meaning everything in your environment could potentially set you off and you have no control. And setting you off could mean that it makes you overly happy. It could mean that it makes you mad. It could mean that it makes you sad and crying. But here's the deal. In business, I choose my emotions. Now, when I was a kid, I was taught that somebody that could choose their emotions was unstable. I was told, hey, if somebody can pretend or decide to be angry, then that's not somebody you want to be around. Or if somebody can decide to be upset or happy, then that's not somebody you want to be around, because I was taught that that was artificial. Like, yeah, they're making it up. It's not real. But here's the other option. Somebody that can't control their emotions, they get upset without their own self-determinism. They get sad without choosing it. They get overly happy without choosing it. In a business environment, who would you rather work with? Somebody that's unstable and can't control their emotions, or somebody that understands their emotions and knows when to choose the correct ones? Okay, and that's really the mindset. So if you're in business, it's not that you don't get to have emotions. It means that you have to be in control of your emotions. And this is outside of business too, guys. If you get angry and you can't control it, that's not good. If you can't control grief, like you just randomly get sad and start crying without you being in control and in the driver's seat, that's not good. You should be able to say, hey, I'm angry. It makes sense for me to be mad right now, so I'm going to. Or I'm sad. It makes sense for me to cry right now, so I'm going to. I'm happy. It makes sense for me to be elated, so I'm going to do that. But it's not like this thing that you should just have happen without you understanding. Like, imagine if other parts of your life worked that way. Not to be gross, but I'm going to. What if urinating worked that way? Like, you didn't choose when you were going to go to the bathroom. You didn't choose that. It just happened. And if you chose that, like you were told, hey, you don't know how to urinate, you have no spirit. Like, that's how people operate in business. So here's the deal, guys. In business, you do need to be emotionally flat. You do need to be able to keep your emotions out of the picture. Emotions are typically self-conscious. You don't control them. Oftentimes, they're not logical. Your emotions have gotten you into way more trouble than your logic has. And so when you're trying to win in business and in finances, you have to realize, regardless of how you feel, those things operate on economic laws, not emotional laws. Okay, so for example, the stock market, you can get way upset when your 401k gets cut in half, which it will, but that's not going to change the fact that it happened, and that's not going to bring it back. Or in business, you can get sad when you go out of business because you didn't make enough in sales because you weren't focused on the numbers. But at the end of the day, that's not going to bring the numbers in. I'm not going to pay you because you cried. I'm not going to pay you because you went out of business. If your business was any good and you went out of business, what I'll probably do is buy it at a discount because I'm not being emotional. See, so guys, that's how you have to learn to be. And I'm not telling you that emotions are bad. I'm not telling you to be a robot. I'm telling you, control yourself. Be in control of your emotions at all times. I'm not a very emotional guy. Really, I am. I have all the same emotions you do, but I choose when to use them. I look at, if I do this, what effect will it cause? And based on what I want to cause, will I choose it if I don't want that effect? If we're in a scenario where I'm trying to keep it positive and somebody else is crying, I'm not going to cry with them and give them a hug. I'm going to try and get them up. I'm going to try and uplift them because that's the outcome I want to create. If we're in an environment where maybe we're negotiating And I want you to be a little bit intimidated, and I want you to be a little bit concerned. And that's the outcome I'm trying to create, because I want you to realize that my negotiation's better than yours, and hardball you into it. I'm not gonna make a joke. I'm gonna say something or do something that makes you realize the situation is serious. So guys, that's emotions. I wanted to share that because I do think that that's one of the confused areas in business, is either be unemotional altogether, or, you know, be emotional and let your emotions just fly and do whatever they want to do. That's called neurotic. You don't want to be that way. You do want to be in control at all times. Thank you for watching. Like, share, subscribe. I'll talk to you soon.